Hey y'all, it's Becky, and I am doing my 5-year off klonipin anniversary video. I've seen some of you request to see how I'm doing, and I went ahead and decided I'm going to do a video. So as of today, I've been off 0.5 milligrams of klonipin taken once daily for 15 years. I wish I could say I was doing good, but I'm not. It's not because of the benzo withdrawal, because I was doing fantastic at around 18 months off. I'm not going to go through what I went through with the benzo withdrawal. Those are my previous videos, but it was, to say the least, hell for 18 months after I stopped. And yes, I did go on other medications in rehab to try to assist with the withdrawal, to include gabapentin and withdrawal and atenolol. Once I started to feel better at 18 months off, I decided I was going to start weaning the others. And I got off of the atenolol pretty fast. I had to taper it, but I got off pretty fast. And then I started working on the withdrawal and the gabapentin, tapering down from 300 milligrams of gabapentin and tapering down from 25 milligrams of withdrawal. I can say it went well while I was tapering, because I was tapering so slow. I probably tapered over a couple years. I went on to liquid gabapentin and liquid withdrawal. I have a fantastic doctor who completely understands what I'm going through and actually does the research, unlike a lot of other providers. They just say it's not the medication, it's your original anxiety resurfacing, or it's your it's something else, and they try to stack more medications on you and more and more. And of course, that never does anything any good. It probably sometimes makes a lot of people worse. I just wish doctors would do more research instead of just assuming in their 15-20 minutes to see a patient, that all they need is another pill. I wish they would get to the root cause. But let me get back to my story. So as of September 30th, which is my birthday, last year, I was down to, I was down to about 20 milligrams of gabapentin and almost nil of the withdrawal. So I decided, okay, well, I'm doing pretty good. And I'm just going to stop. And so I did, and I was doing well. I was shocked on how well I was doing. I thought something would happen. And I was exercising. I was working great, exercising, boot camp, doing my Celebrate Recovery, which I do. I'm a leader at the Celebrate Recovery in the area. And let's say about beginning of December, I got hit bad. And I feel like I'm back in benzo withdrawal. I've got almost the exact same symptoms, but I would say not as dramatic, but it's still hard to deal with. So this technically should be a gabapentin video, but I'm very angry because it's just been, for me, it's been a whirlwind of withdrawal after withdrawal. I started in 2012 getting off of Cymbalta, and then 2016 getting off of klonipin, and now this. My symptoms, like I said, are very similar to benzo withdrawal. I'm having the akathisia, the restlessness, irritability, I can't talk, see? Irritability, agitation, nauseated, so my weight is going down again, because it did go down with the klonipin dramatically, but I was able to gain it back, but now it's going down again. My arms are burning. I can't stay warm. I'm always cold. I'm having crying jags. I cry at the drop of a hat. And I'm not depressed. And I never really was a depressed person. I was more of an anxious person. I'm a type A, has to get everything done, stressed out type person. It runs in my family. But I was able to cope. So I'm back in it. So I've been off of, been off of gabapentin. I stayed on, actually got back on the withdrawal, but been off the gabapentin since September 30th. Of course, all my lab work is normal because I am hypothyroid and I am on estrogen. And of course, gabapentin throws all that off. But so far, all those are normal. But I'm sure it's really wreaking havoc on my body hormonally. And I'm sure it's affecting my histamine as well, but I'm not going to worry about that at this point. I'm just angry, and I'm going to get on my soapbox. I'm not going to get off of it yet. I'm going to get on my soapbox. As many of you know, I'm a provider. I'm a nurse practitioner, and hopefully this won't ruin my career, but I'm caring more about the patient than the 15 minutes or 20 minutes that we get in a typical primary care setting. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm in a fantastic job right now, and I'm hoping I will not lose it on this gabapentin withdrawal. I'm not in primary care where they only get 15-20 minutes per visit to be able to see a patient with multiple medical problems and chart and do everything else that they need to do in their 15 or 20 minutes. It's impossible, and it's criminal, and it's negligent to any company to ask a provider to do that. And it angers me because it spills out onto the patient, because the providers don't have time to really care like we were taught to care. We were taught to actually see the patient and take time to talk to the patient holistically, but we don't have time anymore. The job I'm in now, I do have time, and if I lose this job, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I love my job. So yeah, I'm on a soapbox about that, because I want to advocate for all of you that are going through this, that will go through this, that it's not you, okay? If there's nothing else found, of course, things have to be researched and make sure that there's nothing medically going on with you that's causing your symptoms. If it ends up being that, yeah, you're just in withdrawal, the doctors, the providers need to acknowledge that and support you, because when you feel alone and you don't know what to do and you feel like you're just going crazy, and even if the doctors are telling you that no, this can't be withdrawal anymore, you feel like hopeless and you feel alone and you don't know what to do. So you go to the Facebook sites and the websites and Benzo Buddies and places like that, because there at least you're not crazy, that you're not alone. And it's unfortunate that the medical community is not acknowledging this, because it's in the research. Trust me, I'm done plenty of it since I've been going through it myself. And it's in your face research. All you have to do is Google. And Googling also goes to reputable sources such as the NIH and Johns Hopkins and DHSA's, Department of Health and Human Services. It's there. But doctors don't take the time, providers don't take the time to actually look, because they don't have time. They're burning out themselves. So, yes, I'm on a soapbox. I'll say it over and over again, because y'all don't deserve to be treated that way. And if I could help you all out, I would. But, of course, I'm limited with my license. So, yes, I'm in gabapentin withdrawal. And as you can see, I'm angry. But I'm angry because I care. And I care about myself, too, because I also have a family. And I want to get through this. And I know I will. God's got my back. The Lord has my back. And He's going to get me through this. I have plenty of sisters in Christ since I've been volunteering at Celebrate Recovery that's got my back. They don't think I'm crazy. They know this is a real thing. Unlike multiple providers who will not acknowledge your pain. And I'm sorry, as a provider, I'm sorry for all the providers out there that do that to you. It makes me sad. I'm not going to cry. I've got, like I said, the Lord. I've got my sisters in Christ. I've got a beautiful family who is acknowledging and don't think that I'm just crazy. They do the research because they care about me. So I've got people, but I'm still in my internal hell, which is hard to deal with. And I know it'll end. It will. And I'm not saying to those of you who are taking another medication to help with your benzo withdrawal to stop. You need to do you. You need to, of course, talk with whoever your doctor, whoever, and say, and let them work with you. But when you go, bring research with you. Show it to them. Shove it in their face. Because you have a right to be treated properly, okay? No matter what. I know I've probably been rambling. That's because I am inside. I am trembling like a volcano. Pray for me. I'll pray for y'all. We will get through this. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't ever give up. If you think about giving up, reach out to somebody, because this is a temporary problem. That would be a permanent, see, I can't even talk. That would be a permanent solution to a temporary problem, okay? It's not, you've got too many people out there that love you. So always reach out if you feel this is just completely hopeless, because it's not. It's going to end. I know what I'm going through is going to end. I just have to endure it for now. Okay? I love you all. If you want to comment below, say anything crazy, say I'm crazy, that's fine. I don't care. I just hope and pray one day that doctors and other providers will actually acknowledge your concerns. I hope one day, I pray one day that insurance companies say, hey, look, providers need more time with their patient because they don't have time to care as much as they're supposed to care in 15 and 20 minutes. That would be my ultimate goal. That would be my ultimate prayer answered, because you all deserve to be treated right. Love you all. I'm done rambling. Now I'm going to hop off my soapbox and go drink some fluids, some water, some coconut water, and hopefully feel a little bit better later, because there will be windows. Love you all.